Welcome back to CryptosRus. I'm George. We're all George. Today we got to talk about what's this? I spotted this Bitcoin pattern, and of course the whales are accumulating more and more. Okay, I mean this is hard to read, but just know that addresses between 10 to 100 has been loading up, and 100 to 1,000 loading up, even 1 to 10,000 loading up. The only category is plus 10,000 not loading up as much, although they did before. Okay, but right now you got across the board anything under 1,000. I would say, yeah, under 1,000 Bitcoin. Those addresses are all stocking up. Raul Paul, who is a former Goldman Sachs guy, predicts that we're going to have 1 billion users flood into the market in the future, right? Right now we have a lot, but still nowhere close to 8 billion people, right? But soon, maybe after this cycle, we're going to have more than 1 billion people in the space, not only hodling, but also utilizing what Web3 has to offer along with Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin has some exciting things going on, but Web3 has even more exciting things brewing and developing and will be used in the future. So we are still so early, very, very early indeed. Standard Chartered, a bank, says Bitcoin gonna hit 100,000 by end of 2024. Yes. So bank analysts, even though they work for the evil banks, even they're predicting Bitcoin's gonna go much higher due to weakness in banks and due to other factors. So those addresses are all stocking up. And why are they stocking up? Because they know what's coming, right? You can just see it. There's just, you can't dispute this, okay? Because of the 4-year cycle, because of the halving event, because of more people coming in and more usage and stronger network. I mean, this is the reason why Bitcoin keeps doing this. You have up and downs, you have crashes, but then you also have phenomenal gains afterwards, right? And this is one looking at one of those EMA ribbons, and you could see last time Bitcoin broke out of it, pretty good, and then the time before that, pretty good as well, and we have just broken out of that. You can't dispute this anymore. And this pattern, right, of making higher lows and higher highs continues to move forward. I mean, it's so easy to pinpoint. And I know when we were at 15,000, 16,000, it was scary. But I've reminded you guys that it's nothing if you live through previous cycles like I have. You know, you see right there in 2013, 2014, when it showed Bitcoin at 1,100, that's when I got into the game. I didn't understand anything. I rode Bitcoin down probably to like $400 range before I'm like, that's enough for me, okay? But it went down to $152, right? And then look at it. Throughout all the up and downs, then it went up to 20,000, and yes, it crashed back down to 3,000, but 3,000 is nothing compared to $152. And then we went from 3,000 all the way to 69,000, and most of you guys rode that with me. But then, yes, we rode that down to 15,000, but 15,000 is still 5 times bigger than the 3,000 that most people don't realize, right? So next time we go to wherever we head up to, 200, 300,000, and we come back down again, which we probably will, but you could see on top the drops are getting less and less because there's more and more people holding and understanding. So the next time we have a drawdown, maybe it's only 70%. It's not even 78%, right? And maybe we're at 300,000 and we come back down and we'll be at 50,000 or 60,000. But the pattern is clear. We keep forming higher lows and higher highs, right? So some people will say, well, why do you continue holding? If you know where the top is, of course you could sell it. Yes, but no one knows where top is. But DCA, if you keep DCAing, you just win because Bitcoin is the winner. Bitcoin is the fastest horse in the race. And as long as you keep loading up and stacking sats, you'll be fine. But the pattern is so clear and so obvious, but many refuse to acknowledge it, right? They only focus on day to day or week to week or even month to month. But when you focus on year to year or years, or let's say cycle to cycle, then you realize this is a no-brainer. You just want to stock up as much as you can. Satoshi Nakamoto created Bitcoin. And I'm a day late, but I'm going to say it. 12 years ago was the last time we heard from Satoshi. He basically said, I moved on to other things. It's in good hands now with Gavin and everyone, right? I wonder if he's still alive. I wonder if he's paying attention. But Satoshi created something to go against the banks, to go against the shenanigans and the bailouts and the distrust and more money printing. That's what Bitcoin is all about. And he came out the white paper, released Bitcoin back in 2009, and look at where it is now. It is actually a store of value now. It's actually being used worldwide by countries, institutions, financial products, and held by millions of people worldwide. I don't think he predicted, they predicted that it was going to be like this. Or maybe they did. But no way he could have known that this was going to happen. But this is exactly the reason why we are in Bitcoin. Exactly the reason why Bitcoin also picked up this year and recovered, I think, faster than most of us expected because of all the weakness in banks. It's the exact reason why Bitcoin was created. So, phenomenal if you think about it. To create a digital currency out of thin air and make it and get it to where it is today is virtually impossible. If there was a percentage, if you could have made a bet on whether or not Bitcoin was going to succeed back in 2009, it would be like 0.00001% chance. Like, it's astronomically difficult to make that happen, but it happened. That's how good it is, mostly due to you guys recognizing that Bitcoin is different. It is different.